Hey, it's Steve Barcelo, Cryptozoology Paranormal Museum. I'm down by Medoc Mountain State Park. I actually have gotten myself a campsite for 2 days. I'm feeling a little bit better, not feeling 100%, far from it. And I'm still trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this tick bite, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and I'm sorry, I got my stupid seatbelt off. So I got more of that going on, but not to bore you with my crippled ass. But I'm gonna come down. I got campsite 18. I brought down some apples. I got tons of equipment. I'm not sure how I'm gonna last. I haven't even brought a tent tonight. If I'm gonna spend the night, I'll go back and grab one. I'm only 12 miles away. And see what's going on. But I have thermals, parabolic dishes, the whole bit, so at least I can do some true investigating. I'm going to go to the campsite, see what I need, put up my flyer. It says I paid and I'm official and I'm good for 2 days. I figured just grab 2 days instead of just paying so I can be here late. And you guys know me, I'm usually about 2 o'clock in the morning if I'm lucky, and I go, I'm going home, getting in a real bed, But I want to stick it out. I'll probably tomorrow night, spending in the weather, which night I'll spend the whole night here. Maybe both, you never know. But right now I'm just going to go check in. Just want to get a little video up showing you guys that I'm doing what I can to try to get out there. I do apologize. I've got a lot of you showing concern and reaching out, and I really appreciate it. I mean, even when I'm not super achy with the joints and my knee blown up, knees, I shouldn't say, but one's worse than the other. I'm just exhausted. I'm drained. I get up, have a cup of coffee, take my medication, my pills, and shower, go out, run the town hall, run an errand, and I come back, I'm shot. I'm just physically shot. I'll sit on the couch, next thing I'm passing out or taking a nap. I mean, it's not like me. I'm usually out running, doing things. I like to keep busy. Too exhausted just to get even paperwork done. I've never been like this. All right, we're pulling into the campsite. Let's see how busy we look here. There's some cool looking campers here. We gotta get a camper, guys. We need a camper for the museum. I know the new museum building is going to be first, but it is what it is. Well, we got to get a camper, and I need something. I really don't want something that pulls behind. I want something we can drive. It makes the most sense for us. Well, they got plenty of firewood. I didn't bring any firewood. I doubt I'm going to start a fire. But yeah, a fair amount of campers out, and a fair amount of tents. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, I got spot 18, like I said. See if any neighbors down here. Yeah, I got someone next door at 19. I think 20's empty. Bring you guys with me. So here's the campsite. This is one of the ones I like because you get, even though there's still a lot of leaves still up, but here at least you can still see a little bit out into the forest here. It's not too bad as far as seeing things and hearing things. So you can see it's a small campsite. Got the fire ring. I'm going to sit you guys here. Will I go hang this up? particles out here, which I shouldn't be rubbing on my shirt since I just sprayed myself. Ow. My shoulder hurts that much that it hurt to throw. I'm just setting up the tripod. Okay, so that's the trail I'm going to concentrate on. Just throwing that apple all up in here hurts. So arthritis is killing me. It's pretty quiet tonight, which I'm liking. I did just spray myself, so it's not really buggy, which is good. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna head down. Hearing some tapping. Could be a woodpecker. I've got some equipment I'm going to put on. I'm just going to get some stuff together. I'm going to shoot another video once I get out there. I suppose I can take you on a hike now. Why not? Why the heck not? Why is this all tangled up? There we go. Let's go do a quick hike. I probably won't need the lantern at all, but better safe than sorry if it starts to get dark out. It's getting dark early. That's a nice vehicle. That'd be perfect for us to have. That's a good site they're in. So is this one 20 here. Any of these sites back here, right up to 12, and I'm sure you can go back a little farther. The advantage of the sites along, obviously, the wood side is a better chance of picking up sounds and activity right there. I'm glad I made it down here. I've been putting this off, and I'm sure I'm going to be winded just by this short walk. Like I said, I didn't even bring a tent. I'm sure I got a little one in the back, but I'll go back and bring back a tent later. I'll set something probably like that, a small dome. I got some of those instant ups. I'll pack up some of the lanterns and stuff. We actually had a power outage the other day, so they actually came to use to illuminate the house. Right over there is the bathrooms and the showers. It's a nice campsite. I've gotten this campsite 23. It's nice, it's convenient, it's right off the trail. The trails are right here off the campsite. So this is where I'm gonna go. Not gonna go crazy, but you can see it drops off. It gets steep quick. With my bad knees, I'm gonna feel it. I'm taking it slow. Plus, I'm trying to get it to be dusk while I put the lamp on. And I don't want to get tagged by a snake. To add to my issues, since nobody else seems to be out of their tents, I appear to be the only one out moving around. You can hear some bugs. We got some crickets. But otherwise, it's pretty damn quiet. So he goes right back up on the other side here. Oh man, I'm feeling this in my knees already. This probably was a stupid move. By pushing it. Back uphill. This is why I'm doing some baiting. It's sort of like coming to someone's house and bringing a cake or a bottle of wine. I'm moving into someone else's territory here. Instead of showing aggression and running and chasing and jumping out and making noises, I'm gifting. Throw some apples in different spots. This way they get used to when you come, or hopefully they associate with individuals, but who knows. It's kind of a passive thing. Something's left behind. Okay, this is Bluff Loop, and now it's a new name, a Campground Loop. This trail splits obviously to the right or to the left. I'm going to the left. Because right up in here is where I got that thermal hit the end of last season. A few little bugs in here. Kind of swampy. So that's why I want to get some bait here. I'm hearing some movement. I can't tell if it's just squirrels. It's been raining so much, these roots, you can see, really washed out, which is kind of good for traction, but not when you have inflamed joints and knees, and yeah, I'm just hurting. I went from being an old man with this tick bite to being a really old man. Oh boy. This stream's pretty dry. So all I'm planning on doing here is just doing some gifting and listening. I'll come back out later with the parabolic dish and the thermal scope and see what I can pick up. Another hill to go up. Now this apple I'm going to try to leave right off trail. Something I can see if it's gone. What I generally do is either cut them or take a bite and just take a bite out of it. Leaving the piece I'm biting and spitting out just as amorphous scent. Now this is the area. See, I can see it now. See how this goes uphill here? This is where we had this thing up there walking along, and we caught it on thermal. We could hear it. I bet it was right in this area here, because I remember getting a big tree in the way when I was filming, so it was probably right about here. And then as I followed it down, I just heard movement up on the hill now. So I went down, that's when I got that great thermal hit. You're very typical looking land ape. So let me throw something out here. That's no more than 10 feet off the trail. This way I can mark it with this tree. I kind of know where I am. There's a stream down behind us here, and the campsite's back up that way. From here it goes back down into a low spot. And the time we got those hits here, we had a group down there, kind of in a gully, which is great, but it's hard to tell where sounds are coming from. So I came back up here, and we had activity the night before, and it was up here on this ridge. And we actually had noise, but we couldn't see anything. I didn't have my thermal scope. Now we have the new scopes too, so I'm all excited. And came back, and sure as hell, I heard something. I had the parabolic dish, and I brought the scope up. I had my light out, so I was blacked out, and I could see something hot. Probably back there. I think it was back there, probably a little bit higher at the time. I'm trying to remember back 6 months, but some of these trees look familiar from the photos, so I say some of this area, and I saw something moving, and all you could see was like glimpses of heat between the branches and stuff. Something hot, and then every once in a while I could see it was bipedal, it was upright, it was humanoid looking. So I'm taking pictures, and some are okay. Like I said, those flare scopes and no sports cameras, click, click, kind of a lag. And then, I don't know where I got the good one. It had to be down here more. I was slowly moving, and it could have been at this angle because I was kind of even. Somewhere up in here where it was open. Because this is too much of a pitch. I'd say it was more like this angle here, maybe down even a little farther. And I've got this huge thing moving. And it moved over, and then it disappeared. As you can see, this kind of crests over at this point. And that's when I started texting the guys. Don't mind me, I got apple in my mouth. And saying something's coming your way. And Cal was playing a flute periodically, Indian flute, which he uses to attract things in. And Rich from the Daily Herald was there. He was telling him, no, it wasn't him, it was Mr. Beaver telling him an encounter he had in the campsite. So there's multiple things going on that night. So they're kind of in their own world. You can see how this goes up. And I was just letting them know, like, something's coming your way. So nobody's answering. So I don't know if it's just cell service is terrible here. So I run down to him, trying to be quiet, going and listening and looking. I'm not getting anything at this point. Explaining, I just saw something on the ridge coming your way. So I got everyone to shut up, come back up to where I was, and we're listening. We'll had our headlamps off. Nothing. And then all of a sudden, from up on top of that hill, we hear something come crashing over. Either it's a rock or a log was thrown into the top of the trees. Now, it's possible, like I've told people many times, the top of a tree might have snapped off, and any odds of that when we're standing there kind of slim, but whatever, we don't know. But it scared the shit out of us. So it wasn't until later now when I finally download what I've got, trying to look at this monocular, look at these little tiny images, I could see what I've had, and then actually dealing with the fact that the flare scopes don't like talking to Windows 10 is a whole nother issue. Which I got these new computers now and new scopes. And right now everything's communicating. And I just got this thing from Windows now saying, free upgrade to Windows 11. And you're kind of tempted, but all I need is now all my drivers don't work again. My equipment doesn't start talking to each other. So as tempted as I was to get that free upgrade, I'm holding off. I'll wait. I'll use one of the computers I don't use too much. See how it works. But that's it, guys. I mean, I just want to come down here, do some baiting. I haven't done this in ages. It's a little bit warm, not bad. I mean, it's just keep the bugginess down. I'm sprayed. I'm sweating. It's official. My campsite is back over here, back in that area, because I can see the blue tent up here. So I'll try to show you in comparison when we get back to the campsite. Yeah, I'm huffing and puffing now. It's 2 months of being kind of couch-ridden, miserable, and like an idiot. Every time I feel a little bit better, I try to get out. It's just killing me to sit around and do nothing. And I'm trying to get stuff done, even as far as this paperwork, responding to emails, and just trying to, you know, look up locations that I want to go to. And I get down, I start working on the computer, and it's like this brain fog I've got from this lack of sleep and just all the pain, probably all the medication I'm pumping into my system. Here, we're climbing back out now. I'll do is after I launch this video, I'll tell the guys about the campsite. And this way it'll be here for anyone in our group to use if they want the next couple of days. So, oh boy. Yeah, I'm getting old, man. This is not that huge of a hike and I'm feeling it. I drove up to South Hill today too, running there and up there with the intent of trying to grab one of the creepy motels along the way. And I opted not to, I just wasn't feeling right. So I stopped at this little place to get something to eat. Now since they got me staying away from beef and pork and everything, I got myself a waffle, and it was good. Smothered with fruit and log cabin syrup. Real healthy. But anyway, it was food, it got something in me. And after I ate that though, my body just went into, you know, digestion, and just, I was tired. And so I drove around a little bit, started heading back instead of getting in the room. Went back to the house, checked on all the puppies. You guys know we rescue. We're up to 10 now. I'm crazy. And I laid down, out like a light. I'm not a nap guy. So, I know when I snoozed for 15, 20 minutes, got up, had something to drink, putzed around. And I was looking at the time going, you know, if I don't do something now, I'm not doing it today. So let me drive down here, and actually, I just made the ranger station. So it's very lucky that, actually it was just a little after, they were nice enough to let me in and book the spot number 18 for a couple of nights. This group just left. I don't know if they're done for the day or just on a grocery run. This is kind of an odd hour to leave, so, but the paper's going, so they might be done. But we do have a few neighbors, not a lot. All right, I'm back at the campsite. It's a little hike, so basically like I told you, the trail goes back through here. Get my hand in here. All the way back behind us here. And we've had people go out there with lasers and shine them back when we have base camp here. And you can actually see the lasers from back up in this area there. So that's about where the split is, and then you go one way or the other. So back right behind here is kind of where I left the apple, and I threw some here. So trying to create a straight path back to this campsite. Kind of a welcome. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to log this off. I'll shoot a few more videos tonight and tomorrow, whatever my schedule is, how I stay, how I feel. I'm playing it by how I'm feeling about things. But thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, liking. I appreciate it, guys. And I'll talk to you soon.